Philadelphia, home to one of the NBA's most historic teams, the 76ers. Here are the players arriving earlier in the mood for action. And the game arrivals sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. Bustling Philadelphia on I-95, a gorgeous night for basketball. Welcome to the city of brotherly love. Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics as they play against the Philadelphia 76ers here in Wells Fargo Center. With Greg Anthony and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. DA, it's all yours.
Sixers coach Brett Brown helped build this team from ground zero. There were some lean years in Philly, but Brown helped set the values and the culture for this team. Brown said, "Can you teach? Can you cultivate relationships? And do you bring energy? Those three qualities are what I've hoped to create throughout my tenure here." Kevin, mission accomplished.
He's done a terrific job. Thanks, David. Big conference rivalry tonight, Chris. Think back to some of your legendary bouts between, say, your Sacramento team and the LA Lakers.
Oh, man, my ears are ringing right now. I got the cowbells ringing in my ears just from you saying that. But
pretty exciting, wasn't it?
Yeah, oh, man, it was awesome. But it's not just another game. Your pride is involved, and it's about your standings in the conference. And also, it's about fan bragging rights. So for us, you know, it was like the Battle of California. We wanted people in Sacramento to be able to walk around in L.A. and say, hey, we're the best right now.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Mitchell's out there with Russell Westbrook. Then it's Randall. Then there's Whiteside. And it's Kuzma in at the 3. And for the 76ers, Michael Porter's out there with Green. Then it's Russell. Then it's Paul George. And it's Embiid in at the center. Now here's Westbrook. Whiteside kicks to Westbrook. Over Russell. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration that time.
Lays it up and banks it in.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Westbrook dishes to Randall. Pass to Whiteside. Nice ball movement by Boston. Pass to Mitchell. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Embiid. And there's Mitchell. That's good on the assist from Westbrook.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
Yeah, the defender just couldn't quite close the gap all the way and got burned for it. Now, you don't see that very often. A wide-open 3 is usually like a layup for him.
Randall kicks to Westbrook. Now the dish to Whiteside. Good D by Embiid.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
And there it is for him.
Oh, man, he's a polished interior player. I love seeing Embiid establish himself down low and then go to work.
George against Mitchell. They get a hand on it. Embiid with the steal. Westbrook with the steal. And the Celtics can't hang on to the ball. The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. They push it up 4 on 3. Mitchell passes to Kuzma. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. Boston, no good that time either.
They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
Russell dishes to Embiid. Goes up from the top of the key. The rebound by Mitchell.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Well, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And last season, the Sixers unveiling a Dr. J statue on their Legends Walk outside the team training facility.
Oh, yeah, his second statue in Philly. I mean, the other one is down by the stadium. At that Legend Walk, you know who he joints, Wilt Chamberlain, Mo Cheeks, Bobby Jones, Billy Cunningham, Hal Greer. That's some good company to be in. Some great history for the Sixers.
No good on the free throw.
And with all their rangy wing defenders, the Celtics are well suited for the modern game.
Oh, yeah, they make it tough for opponents to get clean looks on the perimeter, GA, with their defense. I mean, it's a strong defensive team also because of the competitors that they possess.
He's off on the second.
And some teams have fancy dinners, guest speakers, and field trips. I mean, the Celtics culture is more straightforward. It's all about the work.
Now Mitchell. Paul George missing from long range. It's stolen by Green. To the paint. Here's George. And George with the stuff.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
And that work ethic, the core of the Celtics' values, are written on a big placard on their locker room wall.
Yeah, it emphasizes unselfishness, execution, toughness, and hustle. Those are the values of their team.
And now, the first timeout called here for Boston.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Some bad shot selection as well as some bad luck. I mean, that's not going to help you score points.
A moment now to see the numbers for Paul George. He's coming off an excellent season. He was around 28 points a game, 8 rebounds, and just over 2 steals. And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
This last stretch, unbelievable tenacity going to the glass. It's been reflected in that stat sheet.
Green finds Embiid, and the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game. The inbound, and Russell with the lay-in. Russell's got his second bucket.
When you have a four-man with this kind of vision and the unselfishness to go with it, unreal advantage. Draymond Green getting it done.
Now here's Westbrook. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee.
But we got to talk about his D2. 4 steals in the game. I mean, a complete all-around effort for him.
George against Westbrook. Russell with a wide-open look. No good from outside. Celtics trail by 6. On the wing, Mitchell. Guarded by Porter. Mitchell kicks to Westbrook. 6 to shoot. Out to the right wing. They need this one. Boston again missing.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots.
No one near Randall as he lets it go. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
You see the good speed, especially for a power forward. Randall making plays in transition.
Passes it to Russell. He dishes it to Embiid. Outside, George. Back to Porter. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by the Celtics.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
The pass to Westbrook. He hits that shot, his first of the night, now 1 for 6.
And how about that exhale there? Finally gets one to fall through 6 attempts.
Russell against Westbrook. And here's George for three. The shot off that time. Now Boston takes it the other way. Westbrook finds Randall. Whiteside with it. Pass to Westbrook. From beyond the arc. It's good from long range. Westbrook's got his second bucket tonight.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
And the 76ers decide to take their first timeout here. And looking at the numbers for Whiteside the last few years, Greg, it seems like his production has come back down a bit.
And for a minute, Whiteside looked like he could be a dominant center, but he struggled since his great 2017 season. Shot selection has been hurting, and sometimes it feels like he is in his own way as a player. And taking a look here at some numbers for Russell Westbrook. Coming off a terrific season. First in assists, fourth in steals, and he also finished the season in the top 10 in rebounding. It's just a terrific year on the glass.
And dropping a lot of dimes. He led the league in assists because he's the ultimate competitor, an absolute magician with the basketball.
He's forcing things a little bit in his court, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
But shot's good from Kuzma.
Awesome at keeping his balance. Sometimes guarding Kuzma is impossible for the defense.
Now, here's George. Feeds to Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Westbrook kicks to Whiteside. Dishes it to Mitchell. Back to Whiteside. Nice ball movement by Boston. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that.
He's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
Russell passes to George. From deep. A new 14 for the 76ers. Embiid's shot is good.
Oh, how about the length of Embiid? I mean, it's tough to deal with. Outstanding, using it to cover offensive rebounds.
George against Mitchell. Paul George with the steal. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. And that one, good.
And shots like this are why people are just so high on Porter. Has such a quick release on that jumper.
Now, here's Mitchell. Here is Whiteside. Lobbed up there for Westbrook. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Outside for George. Green breaking loose. That's good for George on the assist by Embiid. And now a 6-point Philadelphia lead. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Yeah, he went from not even playing basketball to the number 3 pick in a matter of just 4 years. As Joel Embiid puts it, his life is a movie.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Nurkic checked in for Embiid. Gallinari comes in for Draymond Green. Andrew Wiggins, he's checked in for Michael Porter. And it's Rozier in for D'Angelo Russell. And a new group in for the Celtics. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Whiteside. Montrezl Harrell comes in for Randall. Booker, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Dragic in for Russell Westbrook. Harrell dishes to Turner. He kicks to Dragic. Just 5 to shoot. Ball's knocked loose. Kuzma.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Rozier with the ball. His last outing, he had 24 points. Pass to George. Gallinari outside. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Miles Turner. Opening day, Chris. In your experience, which types of teams tend to start the season well, started strong?
2 types. One, the team that has been forgotten about and left out. The team that had a disappointing season the year before and no one knows the pain that they went through all summer long, waiting to get back to that moment. So they've been incentivized for half of a year to come back and say, wait a minute, it's our turn now. And those teams are sneaky under the radar.
Little chip on their shoulder, in other words.
And then secondly, I would say veteran teams. Teams that know what they want, teams that are focused and saying, wait a minute, we know this is a marathon. Let's take our time, warm up, and stick to the principles right away, and we'll end up in the right place later.
LeVert's checked in for the 76ers. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Oh, not many players with a more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
Shot to stop the run, and he connects with the jumper.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, the D is worrying too much about the other 4 guys. I mean, they can't give him open jump.
Back to Rozier. And the foul on Miles Turner. That's foul number 2 for him.
Already his 2nd foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
Passes to LeVert. Here's Wiggins. 4 on the shot clock. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Puts it up. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Turner passes to Kuzma. Dragic looking for an opening for 3. Booker, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Wiggins outside for the 3. Kuzma pulls it in. Celtics trail by 5. Here's Booker. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The 76ers shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. That free throw good from Gallinari.
Yeah, and I love the fans in Philly. They're notoriously prickly, though. They expect hard-nosed effort. If not, they'll let you hear about it.
Now, here's Dragic. Kicks it to Booker. Back to Dragic. Over Rozier. Rebound by the 76ers. As you're talking about the Philly fans, they were even booing their team in that conference semifinal round against Toronto.
Yeah, they got nervous with the season on the line. You can't take it personal. In Philly, they love you just as much as they boo.
Here's Booker. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Little high post on the top of the key. No good that time.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Here's Gallinari. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, easy call.
He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Gallinari.
And for the Sixers, the health of their draft picks has been a story. Zaire Smith, Markelle Fultz, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, all missing significant time with injury.
Health continues to be a key for them, GA. And Embiid in particular, he's missed some games last year, missed some back-to-backs, and he's 7'2". You just hope his knees could withstand the grind. They got to keep him going to reach their goal.
Here's Dragic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
And Dragic came into the NBA with something on his resume that not many other rookies have. He has a ring from winning the Slovenian Pro League the year before he came to America.
That one is off. And he misses the second one as well, so he's 0 for 2 that time.
And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And the 76ers with possession. They're on a 19-7 run. Gallinari down low. Turner covering. Here's Nurkic. Misses from close range.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Celtics shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one. Brooks checked in for LeVert. And Goran Dragic drops them both. So it's Philadelphia now. 7-point differential. Rozier against Dragic. Gallinari outside. Down low. Here's Nurkic. And the layup's good off the glass. Nurkic has got his second basket.
A physical player with a large frame. Nurkic was seemingly unbothered by the contact.
Now Booker. And so it's Philadelphia. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We've got more in store for you right after this. Russell Westbrook is surly disposition on the court, but he talks about the power of positivity with his teammates.
Throughout the years, I've been trying to find ways to be a better leader. Leadership was a huge thing, and I felt the way I reacted to certain plays and my facial expressions and my demeanor can change a lot for a teammate.
Well, you can't win it alone.
And for superstar players like Westbrook, individual greatness isn't enough. It's about elevating the team around them.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, what's your take so far in Philadelphia?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, GA, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Booker, and there's Miles Turner, then there's Dragic, and it's Graham in at the 2. Now here's Dragic. Here's Harrell. Some solid defense from Gallinari.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
Brooks kicks to Rozier. Gallinari outside. Shoots over Turner. A nice shot by Gallinari. Gallinari's got the lead up to 11 now for Philadelphia. Outside Turner. Fires from deep. Brooks grabs the board. Well, it was the 76ers, their last game, a loss to the Pistons. And stolen by Harrell. Booker against Brooks. From 12 feet out. Boston again missing. The 76ers leading by 11. Here's Wiggins. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Oh, man, elevating his passing ability. Dimes like this from Rozier help him establish chemistry with his guys.
Back to Dragic. Booker outside. Tipped away. 5 to shoot. Here's Graham. That shot missing. Wiggins with some nice D. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that'll be the middle game of their 5 and their longest homestand of the year. The kick out to Rozier. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And one of those little spark plug guys, Terry Rozier, plays the game with Greg, I think, a chip on his shoulder.
I mean, the story goes, as a kid, when his temper flared, his mother would have to sit on him until he cooled down. He's learned to channel that fire and emotion into his game.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. The creation of the super teams, Chris, is enough being done to ensure a competitive balance in the NBA.
I think so. I think that every year we're going to have to evolve in trying to do enough and to see what happened the previous year. But yeah, and the fact remains, though, Kevin, is, you know, I like working with you. You're my friend. I would go work with you. And in basketball, you want to go play with your friends.
Same stuff, yeah.
How do you stop that?
Right.
I don't know. When guys get to hang out in the summer and say, wouldn't it be cool if we got to play together, our kids to play together, and we could win one? That's going to be hard to deter. So I just think it's about how strong the will of the friends are, and more importantly, what is the league doing to kind of not necessarily give as much incentive to that. I think the league is doing a great job staying proactive, giving guys a lot of incentive, a lot of reason, a lot of dinero to stay at home with the team.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Now here's Harrell. 14 points from him the last game against Milwaukee.
You got to be careful around Embiid. When he's around, he's capable of coming up with these blocks.
And the dunk by Embiid.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And you look at Joel Embiid, maybe the best two-way big man Chris in the NBA today. If there's anything he needs to work on, what would that be?
Well, I still think that there's room for growth as far as his playmaking. I mean, Kevin, he's going to command double teams on a nightly basis. So it's all about taking advantage of the defense for sending that extra man.
And Philadelphia making a change here. George is checked in. The Celtics also changing it up. Julius Randle's checked in for Harrell. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Devin Booker. Whiteside finds Mitchell. And here's Randle trying to end the drought. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
A huge part of Brooks' attack is that he understands how crucial it is that he continues to hit this shot.
Fires from 18. Westbrook with the bucket. Westbrook's got 7 points.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
And George kicks to Gallinari. Back to George. Brooks outside. Misses the three. Celtics trail by 20. Graham, the pass to Randle. Up top, Graham. The dish to Whiteside. Almost, but it rolls out.
That's high-quality defense right there. Reading the situation, reacting, and making that a very tough jump shot.
And Chris, whether it's KD or Kyrie, we've seen stars grow irritated. Constant questions about their free agent destinations.
I would just suggest to them to go back in time. Nothing's new under the sun. Watch guys like Shaq, Mike, myself, other guys that were free agents. It's a time to talk about it, and it's a time not to. And you can even speak about your impending free agency without insulting the fans where you're playing and without guessing of maybe where you will go next year. I just think that guys just need to be a little more sensitive with it. Fans really want to know that the media's going to ask the question. You got to figure a way how to handle that out delicately.
Well said.
Displaying superb leaping ability. Russell's electric in the air for someone his size.
Graham dishes to Westbrook. Mitchell kicks to Westbrook. Lets it go. Boston again missing.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Green finds George. Porter against Mitchell. Right side, Green. Outside, Russell. And the 76ers get it back. And Embiid is right there.
What timing on the offensive glass. Embiid, once the shot goes up, he gets into position for the putback.
Pulls it from the elbow. And it's Westbrook missing.
That's a nice defensive effort. Sticking right up on him. Affecting the shot.
Offensive rebound. Tries again. And Embiid finishes inside. Embiid's got 6 in the quarter.
And what a baller this guy is. The big fella, Embiid. I mean, he welcomes getting physical and overwhelms the defense with his size and muscle.
Now, here's Whiteside. He's coming off a 16-point game against Milwaukee.
And not only that, I mean, if you think about it, he dominated the boards. His energy was incredible. He never stopped working.
How about the D there by Russell? Just using that 6'9" wingspan to jack the ball loose, then kicks it up off the fast break.
Here is Whiteside. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And it's Mitchell missing. And Porter, here we go. And he makes that one.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring up for the Boston Celtics. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's something that happens to every team. You just have to ride it out, play your hardest, and live with the results.
Here's Graham. Paul George making his last shot. Graham surveying the floor. And stolen by Russell. And now Philadelphia on the break. And the slam dunk by Russell.
Yeah, multi-dimensional score. Hard to match up with Russell in that kind of space.
Here's Graham. He's guarded by Russell. Stolen by George. And now the 76ers on the break. George with the ball. And the slam dunk by Russell.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
Here's Graham. Mitchell outside. Boston again missing.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
LeVert's checked in for the 76ers. The Celtics also with a sub. Kuzma's checked in. And they double up Russell. And the wide open shot from Green. Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
And when Draymond sets his feet, catches, and releases in rhythm, watch out.
George against Mitchell. Randall passes to Westbrook. Now the feed to Whiteside. And Embiid with the block. They get it back. And now Russell pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
That's a shot he doesn't shoot very often. 10 points for Russell Westbrook. Philadelphia's gotten into trouble with the three ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Outside, Russell. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And here's Westbrook. 10 points for him. Here's Mitchell. A three-pointer off the mark. Mitchell's gone 1 for 5 from the field, 20%. And Embiid kicks to George. Rebounded by the Celtics. Whiteside's got 7 rebounds in the game.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
The 76ers making a switch here. Nurkic is checked in. The Celtics also changing it up. Turner's checked in for Whiteside. Montrezl Harrell comes in for Randall. And it's Dragic in for Mitchell. Now here's Westbrook. Tries a 3. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 7 rebounds in the game. To the paint. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Now here's Westbrook. Over to the wing. Now the pass to Kuzma. Clock at 6. Lets it fly from 18. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers. And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively. Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Terry Rozier's checked in for Russell. Devin Booker, he's checked in for the Celtics.
One shot.
You throw good, Paul George. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
I remember when you get in trouble for shooting the three as a big man. Now teams want their bigs operating outside the three-point line.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Here's Booker. Paul George making his last shot. Outside Turner. Back to Booker. And no good. But close on that one, so he'll shoot two. Boston shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
Two.
Free throw good, Booker. Gallinari, he's checked in for Embiid. Both free throws good from Booker. So Rozier will bring it up for the 76ers. He dishes it to George. Back to Rozier. Gallinari trying to get open. And it's Rozier missing. Austin with the ball. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Kuzma passes to Harrell. Here's Booker. Rebound by Nurkic.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's George. And George with the stuff.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
From deep three-point range. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Philadelphia ahead, running away with it. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Draymond. Of course, not unusual to see you going up against bigger players. So how do you take advantage of that offensively?
I mean, you just got to take advantage of mismatches. You know, most of the time there's a big guy on me. If not, there's usually somebody trying to switch off. You know, I just got to know when to pop and just take advantage of the mismatches.
You've done just that in the first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Philadelphia finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, some perspective, please.
Well, they killed it on the glass, and they did it with high-level fundamentals, blocking out, maintaining position, and going up strong to the basket. If they board like that in the second half, this league will continue to grow.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston?
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half, start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been a clinic out there with D'Angelo Russell.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Now the 76ers with it. We've got Green. Paul George is out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Nurkic in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Russell. The rebound by the Celtics. Now here's Randall. Westbrook dishes to Whiteside. Nurkic with the block.
A defensive anchor. I mean, you got to admire how Nurkic uses his wingspan to turn shots back.
No question, he got bumped on that shot. Well, he might not be blocking 4 shots a game anymore, but Hassan Whiteside's still a factor in the paint defensively.
Shooting 2.
Free throw, good, Whiteside. And with Whiteside, his size and length set him apart from others defensively. Greg, even at the center position.
You just can't ignore the reach and coverage that Whiteside has when he's in the paint. Even though the block numbers aren't what they once were, the amount of shots he changes is still very high.
And so he makes both from the line. Injuries can play such a big part in a player's career. Which guys strike you, Chris, as the biggest what-if stories? Have they stayed healthy?
Wow. I mean, you got to start, in my mind, I got to go to, a guy like a Grant Hill. He was Mr. Triple-Double. He and Jason Kidd, to me, were almost the same players, just in different bodies. When Grant started his career off in Detroit, and to see him get injured, man, that just hurt me because he has so much potential. Even though he had a great career, I still think about him. How about Greg Oden, who got hurt in his senior year, had to shoot free throws with his left hand, and then he comes into the league, and the big fella just had to battle injuries, and feel sorry for that big fella because he was so skilled in the game.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Mitchell kicks to Kuzma. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Draymond Green pulls it in. Green's got his 6th rebound on the night. Porter finds Russell. Now here's Green. Russell trying to free himself up. The shot, no good. Randall with some nice D.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
And we've seen Randall flourish with more responsibility. He's in his prime and playing his best ball right now.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Embiid's checked in. Both good from the line that time. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Pass to Green. From deep. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 5th assist in this one.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Now here's Westbrook. 10 points for him. Looking to end his cold spell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. So far in the game, he's 0 of 2 at the line.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And Russell Westbrook drops them both. Here is Russell. 16 points for him. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Westbrook against Russell. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
For Boston, they have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game. And the free throw, no good. Philadelphia's gotten going here in the second half from outside. Nailing the power on that throwdown.
Wow. Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Now here's Kuzma. Wants to get it to Westbrook and does. And the shot goes in. Westbrook's got 6 points in the quarter.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
To the inside. It's stolen by Randall. Kuzma outside. Dishes to Westbrook. Back to Kuzma. Floats one up. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. They get a hand on it, so it's the Celtics now. Here's Westbrook. He's got 16, down to 5 on the shot clock.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. What an impressive performance.
Yeah, Greg, and it's more than just being in the right place at the right time. I mean, he's been active and aggressive.
And, guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
Westbrook, no good.
Can't quite find his three-point touch in the second half yet. He had 2 in the first half, but still none since the break.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Mitchell left side. Boston again missing.
If he was shooting even a little bit better, the story of this game would be a lot different.
Embiid, the pass to George. And he overshot that one, missing. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Randall kicks to Westbrook. To the middle. Here's Whiteside. And yes, it's good.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Now, here is George. 21 points in the game. Pass to Embiid. Rebounded by the Celtics. Randall's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Mitchell. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Mitchell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And the rejection by Embiid. And he's able to get it back. Westbrook kicks to Randall. Mitchell outside. Inside. Second shot opportunity. Whiteside trying to break free. Westbrook no good. Here's George. And George with the stuff.
And hustle paying off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
Now here's Mitchell. He has 6. To the right side. There's the 3. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by Kuzma. Kuzma's got his 3rd assist on the night. Russell passes to Embiid. Russell against Westbrook. And Whiteside sends it back. Here's Kuzma. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got rebound number 13 with that last one.
Well, Kev, for all his scoring talent, Kyle Kuzma, he wants to be more. I mean, he's working around out his game. He's growing as a defender, rebounder, and a playmaker.
George dishes to Russell, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And you see Russell taking the hit on that shot. Great body control, potential and more.
See well last season, Kuzma making strides as a passer and as a defender.
Oh yeah, Kevin, that's because Rajon Rondo got him in the film room. Rondo! I mean, he improved his recognition, his rebounding. Still an area to work on.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Gallinari, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Brooks comes in for Porter. And Andrew Wiggins is subbed in for George. Chris, we talk about perimeter scoring becoming more prevalent. The biggest shift coming from bigs shooting more threes.
Yeah, they are now counted upon to space the floor. And the better you can shoot, the better you can space the floor. And then more importantly, if you can knock down that three, you become a triple threat because now you can shoot there, maybe you can dribble and get by, or because of your height, you see different passing lanes and you can be a better passer, getting your teammates involved, and they like that spacing as well.
Now here's Brooks. Devin Booker missing his last shot, and Russell gets it to go.
An improved playmaker who does a solid job distributing the rock. Don't sleep on Brooks' vision.
Turner looking around. Graham kicks to Turner. Russell against Dragic. Pass to Booker. Unloads. Busted. No good that time either.
His bad night from the field is only going to get worse if he keeps throwing up shots like that.
That one is good from Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 14 points for the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Dragic against Brooks. Dragic gets the bucket. He's got 8. Philadelphia's gotten going here in the second half. Outside nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Russell passes to Wiggins. The 9-foot shot. Good work defensively by Turner.
That's the only way to hold him in check. When he's got it inside, you got to have a body on him right away.
On the wing, Booker. He's guarded by Russell. Turner against Wiggins. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
And the ceiling Turner has is impressive. Has the potential to be a dominant big man in this league.
And historically, you almost never saw a great shot blocker who could also knock down triples at a high clip. But count Miles Turner among the unicorns who provide that rare combination.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And the stretch center in demand. For Miles Turner, Greg, how does he take that next step as a player?
Getting stronger. And continuing to improve his recognition and communication at both ends of the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Embiid, and it's Rozier in for Russell. He hits the second from the line. And it's the 76ers with the ball. Rozier kicks to Nurkic. Dragic against Rozier. And it's sent back by Turner. Dragic with it. He's got 8. Down low. Harrell. No good. Some solid defense from Gallinari. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assistant.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Boston's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Graham, the pass to Harrell. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And with Harrell, you can see how his energy spreads to the rest of the team.
Reminds me a bit of what Fareed used to bring to teams. Harrell is also undersized, but boy, he makes up for it in so many ways.
And he's good on the second. Philadelphia with the ball. Rozier looking around. And the pass to Brooks. Now Rozier. He's defended by Harrell. The 76ers again can't hit it. The Celtics shooting 37% so far in the third quarter. And they're not satisfied with this lack of offensive execution.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
Brooks outside. 1:39 left to play here in the third. Here's Rozier. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for Boston. He feeds it to Harrell. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Philadelphia the other way.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
Wiggins passes to Brooks. Another shot, and he sinks the layup. Brooks has got 5.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
No good from Dragic.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Brooks, the pass to Rozier. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. LeVert's checked in for Philadelphia. Boston's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Turner passes to Booker. Here's Graham. LeVert defending. Now Graham. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Shot clock at 5. From from downtown. And Rozier pulls it down. And here's LeVert. Gallinari outside. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. LeVert's got 3 assists now in this one. D'Angelo Russell getting it done for the Philadelphia 76ers. He has really delivered at the offensive end. He's torched them for 24 points so far. We'll return shortly. Now let's listen into the huddle of Brad Stevens.
Games like this, you find out what you can take with you, right? So no matter what, if we come all the way back and get over the top, that's great, okay? But we're taking something from this quarter regardless. Play the right way all the way through.
Well, he wants his guys to just play their game.
And Brad Stevens is a realist. Kevin, he knows even if they don't get this win, that it's huge that his guys at least learn something from this game.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the floor for Boston, they've got Turner. Payton is out there with Booker, and it's Graham in at the 2-guard spot. And here are the 76ers now. Here's Wiggins, and Wiggins throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Back to Payton. Banked in off the glass.
Oh, man, challenging the defense inside with the pass. That's just good ball movement.
Rozier, the pass to LeVert. Chris, there is that transition from being a player to retirement. It can be a challenge for some. What were the keys that you found in succeeding at that?
Well, first I think is adjusting to the fact you don't have the same schedule. You don't have a physical release that you used to have. You miss the locker room and the camaraderie with all the guys, and so you miss the culture. But secondly, I would say take all the lessons that you learned, and for me this was big, from sports and use them in business. So in business, I became a rookie in other areas. I found a Chris Mullin type in business. I found a Latrell Sprewell type, guys that would mentor you, guys that you would play on their team. Humble yourself, get back to it, get to practice, get to meetings early, stay in practice late, stay at meetings, and be the last one that leaves. And just take the culture of basketball, infuse that athletic personality into the personality of whatever you go into next, and you can use those tenets to have a wonderful retirement and really enjoy it. So for me, it's been awesome. And by the way, I've had twins, and so since retiring, and that'll keep you just as busy as it was you were playing. So you can find ways to keep that same lifestyle.
That's right, and some sound advice too. Wiggins against Booker. And it's Wiggins missing. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Payton. And Rozier pulls it down. Rozier's got 4 rebounds now tonight. LeVert kicks to Rozier. Wiggins outside. One negotiating concession the league wants from the Players Union. Prospect attendance, Chris, at the draft combine and team-wide access to player physicals.
Well, this is a tough one because I don't think that a team that is not interested in you should have your physical. And we all know that information is shared, and so it should be genuine in the teams that are truly interested. And so I understand agents holding back on that. Medical information is something very serious that just because you have an opportunity to be drafted, your information shouldn't be spread all across the world just because you're at a combine. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out, but basically you just want a level playing field for everyone. And if we have that, it'll be better for everyone.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Out to Turner. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. 6 points for Miles Turner.
Facilitating from the inside. I mean, that can be a valuable asset from any offense.
Back to Rozier. "11 feet away. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Payton attacking. That shot, no good. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Rozier. Pass to Barnes. And he banks in the layup.
That's no run-of-the-mill finish by Barnes right there. He gets thrown off balance by the contact, keeps his focus, stays with it, and gets it to go.
Here's Pascal. Payton outside. Passes it to Turner. Here's Pascal. He's guarded by Nurkic. Here's Turner. And the 3 off target. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. LeVert finds Nurkic. And he gets it to go.
Sometimes it's impossible to contain Nurkic. At his height and weight, he's great at finishing through contact.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The pass to Graham. There's 3-pointers off the mark. And it's Barnes with the ball for Philadelphia. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. A nice shot by LeVert.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Pass to Pascal. Here's Turner. Pass to Graham. Payton outside. And here's Booker from the arc. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got 3 assists tonight.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
All right, it's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
The drive by Barnes. And it's sent back by Turner. Passes it to Graham. Back to Payton. Here's Pascal. The pass to Turner to the wing right side. The Celtics working the ball around now. Payton. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Well, the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He can be an ace when he gets a good look at 3.
Payton against Rozier. And Elfrid Payton with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the NBA 2K League, C-Web, the first e-sport operated by a U.S. pro sport. And it's quickly growing. Do you throw down on the sticks?
Yeah, just a little announcement to all the GMs in the 2K League. I am available. I'm a free agent. I'm ready to go. I'm nice on the sticks. I can play career mode, team mode, one-on-one mode. Whatever you need from me, I am ready to go. But I love it, man. Like, it's great to see people who love this game, whether it's virtual or real life. It's hoops, baby.
So much fun. And stolen by Bogdanovich. On the wing, Barnes. Covered by Payton.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Feeds it to Turner. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Embiid.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. Brooks checked in for Rozier. Goran Dragic is checked in for Boston. Good on the second free throw. And the NBA is seeming to be at the crossroads of sports and fashion and crisp music. Do you think it's always been this interwoven?
Oh, Kevin, please. You see the outfits they're wearing now? Now I got to be like the old fuddy-duddy, the old guy. Oh, my goodness. Guys are basically coming into the game like, did you turn on the lights before you got dressed in your closet? I mean, I know it's fashion. I'm not speaking about any one guy, but Wow. I'm telling you, they've taken fashion to another level. And even though I joke about it, it's always fun anticipating what type of outfit I'm going to see guys walk in. Especially, I mean, come on. I love their games. And then I look and I say, wow. They have to be confident on the court because they wore that to the game today. They're confident in life all around.
Overall, right.
Yeah.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the 6'4", 485-pound Payton certainly has a unique skill set. Also wants to keep improving as a leader.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And the 76ers making a change here. Russell's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. Chris, regarding the overstated pre-draft concerns about Luka Doncic, even as the game goes international, it seemed like many GMs are scared to go all in on European players.
And rightfully so. It's a new area, and if they're not immersed into the culture, it may be a little more trepidation on that end. But I would just say, just look at the really the great stories, whether you're talking about the Vlade Divas or the Sabos that came into the game, and even you can
Dirk
go to
Nowitzki.
Marshall
all
Lonis,
these
Dirk
guys.
Nowitzki, yeah, come on, Porzingis. We got a lot of great players from overseas that have shown us that they can make the way. But the mistake would be is thinking just because someone lives close to him, they would have the game of a Dirk Nowitzki, and that's not true. So you need to do your due diligence, but I think European players have already proved the type of heart, skill set, and mindset they come to this game with, which is at the top.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact. The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State. Signs the big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
The free throw off from Barnes. Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot-up three. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor.
Here's Embiid. Barnes trying to free himself up.
I mean, once Embiid puts it on the deck, look out. I mean, he's using his height and quickness to capitalize.
And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for Boston. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Outside Turner. And a miss there on the triple. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Russell dishes to Bogdanovich. Pass to Embiid. A 3-ball. And Bogdanovich, the bucket on the assist by Brooks. Bogdanovich has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Payton passes to Turner. Back to Payton. Outside Dragic. Here's Turner. And he can't step the run as he misses.
And that would have been a big three if he drained it, answering back for the triple at the other end.
Outside Bogdanovich. Pass to Brooks. With the G League growing by leaps and bounds, one is now being brought to Mexico City, Chris.
I mean, first of all, let's go back to last season. Did you see how crazy those fans were in Jurassic Park in Toronto?
Yeah, they love it.
Can you imagine Mexico? Oh, my
They'll love
God.
it.
This
You
would
better
be
believe
great.
it.
Mexico City, yeah. Let's bring everyone in, all the fans in. And what I really love is that it's for the home fan base. So when I think of the Toronto Raptors, I think about the city of Toronto. I think about Canada and how it's theirs. And even though we're one league, that team is theirs, and they take that pride on, and it just brings so much more excitement. Can you imagine all the people in Mexico City being excited for their team? Oh, I want to be at one of the first games when that happens because I know the crowd is going to be sick. It's going to be crazy. I want to be there.
Kuzma can't get it to go. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the 76ers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Joel Embiid.
He showed what it takes to be a great rebounder tonight. Fighting for position, boxing out, never getting outworked down low.
Right side, Dragic. And Embiid with the block. Bogdanovich dishes to Russell. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Danilo, transition, big for your team. I assume that was a big focus tonight.
Yes, we want to run, and that's what we have to do every time. So that's what we did, and we played a great game.
Gallo, thanks very much. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.